Hello everyone, welcome back to Ames tutorial. How are you? I hope you are fine. I am back with another interesting video. In today's class we are going to learn circle, one of the top weightage topic in Eamcet mathematics. ఈరోజు మన టాపిక్ సర్కిల్స్లో ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ రిలేటివ్ పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ టూ సర్కిల్స్. దీనిలో ఇంపార్టెంట్ మోడల్స్, PYQs అండ్ షార్ట్కట్ గురించి నేర్చుకుందాం. Now relative position of two circles. For example, s equals to x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0 is one circle. Another circle s dash x square plus y square plus 2g dash x plus 2f dash y plus c dash equals to 0 అనేవి టూ సర్కిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటి యొక్క సెంటర్ మైనస్ g minus f. Center is denoted by c1 minus g comma minus f and c2 minus g dash comma minus f dash. Consider as x1 y1 x2 y2. And what about formula of radius? Root over g square plus f square minus c, root over g dash square plus f dash square minus c dash. Center radius. And what about distance between the centers? c1 c2 distance formula, root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. For example, we have one circle, that is S. Circle general form S is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. So what about center? How to find center? Center formula is minus g comma minus f. Half of x coefficient and half of y coefficient with opposite sign. X coefficient is how much? Minus 6. Half of minus 6 is plus 3. We have to change sign also. And half of minus 4 is plus 2. Therefore our center C1 is 3 comma 2. For example, we have another circle S dash x square plus y square minus 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals to 0. C2, center of this second circle is half of x coefficient. X coefficient is how much? Minus 4. So 2. And half of y coefficient with opposite sign, minus 3. So C1 is 3 comma 2. C2 is 2 comma minus 3. So C1 always in future consider as x1 y1. C2 consider as x2 y2. When x1 y1 we have x1 y1 as well as x2 y2, we can find out distance between the center using the formula root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now here total 6 different cases are there. So our first case is if C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, one circle completely lies outside the other circle. If C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, one circle completely lies outside the other circle. Then we can draw 4 common tangent. Number of common tangent. This one also one of the important topic in your Eamcet exam. When two circles are given, find the number of common tangent. If C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, how many tangents exist? 4 common tangent exists. 2 transverse common tangent and 2 direct common tangents. So transverse common tangents exist from internal center of similitude P. Internal center of similitude. Transverse common tangents, these are transverse common tangents exist. We can draw from internal center of center. And direct common tangent draw from external center of similitude. External minus internal plus. So formula of internal center of similitude P is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. External center of similitude denoted by Q, that is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, where what about mn? M is to n is nothing but radius, ratio of r1 r2. M ratio n is r1 ratio r2. And what about C1 C2? That is x1 y1 means coordinates of center 1, that is minus g comma minus f, and C2 x2 comma y2 is the coordinate of second circle, that is g dash comma minus f dash. So one more time, if first condition C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, we can draw 4 common tangent. 2 from internal center, transverse common tangent, 2 from external center, direct common tangent. When C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, one circle completely lies outside the other circle, and formula of internal center is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, and formula of external center mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. Case 2. If C1 C2 is equals to R1 plus R2, distance between the centers equals to sum of the radius, then number of common tangents. We can draw 3 common tangents. Okay, see the figure. Given two circle, first circle s equals to 0, second circle s dash equals to 0, they touch each other externally. If C1 C2 equals to R1 plus R2, given circles touch each other externally. If C1 C2 means distance between the center equals to R1 plus R2, given circles touch each other externally. And how many tangents we can draw? We can draw 3 common tangent. One from internal center, generally it is called common tangent. Formula is s minus s dash equals to 0. And remaining 2 from external center Q. And formula of internal center of similitude, P is a point of contact is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. If C1 C2 equals to R1 plus R2, internal center of similitude also called point of contact, and external center of similitude Q formula is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, where what about m is to n, that is r1 ratio r2, and x1 y1, x1 is the coordinates of center C1, that is x1 y1 and x2 y2. Okay. Next, case 3. If C1 C2 lies between mod R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, C1 C2 is greater than R1 minus R2 mod and less than R1 plus R2, then two circles intersect each other. Two circles intersect each other at 2 points. Yes, if C1 C2 lies between mod R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, given two circles intersect each other at 2 points, and number of common tangents. How many tangents we can draw? We can draw only 2 common tangent from external center of similitude. External center of similitude means Q equals to mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, where m is to n is r1 ratio r2, and x1 y1 x2 y2 coordinates of center 1 and center 2. Now case 4. If C1 C2 equals to mod r1 minus r2, C1 C2 equals to mod r1 minus r2, given two circles touch each other, internally. See the diagram. Two circles, they are touch each other internally. Then number of common tangents. How many common tangents we can draw? Only 1. And formula is s minus s dash equals to 0. Formula of common tangent when the circles touch each other internally or externally, s minus s dash is called common tangent. And number of common tangent, if the circles touch each other internally, 1. Okay. And what about internal center exists or external center exists? External center exists, and formula of external center is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. Next, case 5. if C1 C2 less than mod R1 minus R2. If C1 C2 less than mod R1 minus R2, one circle completely lies inside the other circle. One circle completely lies inside the other circle. If C1 C2, what about C1 C2? Distance between the center is less than difference of R1 minus R2, mod R1 minus R2. One circle completely lies inside the other circle. And how many common tangents we can draw? Zero common tangent. We can draw zero common tangents if the circles one lies inside completely other. Next, sixth condition is if C1 equals to C2. Okay, what about C1? Center of first circle. C2 is center of second circle. If C1 equals to C2, two circles are said to be concentric circle. Concentric circle differ by K, having same center and different radius. So radius depend on K constant value. Therefore, two or more circles are said to be concentric circle. See the diagram. Two circles are there. First center radius is R1, second circle radius is R2, but both are having same center. The two circles are said to be concentric if they have same center and different radius. So concentric circles are differ by constant. So let S be the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. Then any concentric circle is x square plus y square plus 2g dash x plus 2f dash y. We have to change the constant only. So in the place of c, we can take some c dash or constant. Okay, so these are the six different cases when relative to relative position of two circles. So case 1, when C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Case 2, C1 C2 equals to R1 plus R2. Case 3, C1 C2 lies between R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2. Case 4, C1 C2 less than mod R1 minus R2. Case 5, C1 C2 less than mod R1 minus R2. And case 6, C1 equals to C2. Now next is PYQs. Eamcet 2019 AP question. The number of common tangents to the circles. So here two circles are given. We have to find number of common tangents. So four options are given: 4, 3, 2, 1. So for number of common tangent 4, we have to show that C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Number of common tangent for 3, we have to show that C1 C2 equals to R1 plus R2. For number of common tangent 2, we have to show that C1 C2 lies between mod R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2. And number of common tangent 1, we have to show that C1 C2 equals to mod R1 minus R2. So first write on the given circle. First circle S, second circle S dash. C1 x1 y1 minus g minus f, half of x coefficient, half of y coefficient with opposite sign. 4 is there. Half of 4 is minus 2 and minus 6 half is plus 3. We have to change the sign. Half of x coefficient and half of y coefficient. X మరియు y coefficient యొక్క సగం చేసి sign change చేయాలి. Similarly, C2 x2 y2 minus 8 plus 10, half of x coefficient, minus 8 is there, plus 4 plus 10 is there, minus 5, x2 y2. Next, R1 formula is root over g square plus f square minus c. 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, minus of minus plus 12. And square root 4 plus 9 plus 12 is root 25. Square root of root 25 is 5. R2 g square plus f square minus c. 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25, minus c value is 5. So 25 minus 5 is 20 plus 16 is root 36. And what about square root of 36? That is 6. So we have R1. How much? Is 5. R2 is 6. Next we have to find C1 C2. C1 C2 means distance between the center. Formula is root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So 4 minus of minus plus 2, 6 square, 36. Minus 5 minus 3 minus 8 whole square is 64. 36 plus 64 root 100, and square root of 100 is 10. And we have C1 C2 equals to 10. And what about R1 plus R2? that is 6. Sorry, 6 plus 5 is 10. R1 plus R2 is 6 plus 5, 10, 11. 11. Next. And what about mod R1 minus R2? 6 minus 5 is 1. And what about C1, C2? That is 10. See, first option, C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. C1, C2 is 10. Is greater than R1 plus R2 means 11? No. So, first option is not correct. Next, for second option, C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2. C1, C2 is 10. R1 plus R2 is 11. Okay, so both are not equal. Therefore, second option also not correct. Now, see the fourth option, C1, C2 equals to R1 minus R2. C1, C2 is 10. And R1 minus R2, 6 minus 5. Mod is there, 1. So, this one also wrong. So, fourth option also wrong. So, our third option is the right option. 10 lies between 1 and 11. 10 అనేది 1 మరియు 11 మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. కావున C1, C2 is lies between mod R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2. Therefore, our third option is the, which option? Third option is the right option. Okay. Now, next question is, the circles touch each other, then find the value of k. So, first write on the given circle, x square plus y square plus 2ky minus 4y plus 1 equals to 0. Center x1, y1, half of x coefficient, half of y coefficient with opposite sign. So, 2k, y, x coefficient 2k. So, half of x coefficient is minus k, half of y coefficient is plus 2 with opposite sign. R1, formula of radius is root over g square plus f square minus c, k square, 2 2s are 4 minus 1. So, 4 minus 1 is 3. Consider equation 1. R1 root over k square plus 3. Now, second circle is x square plus y square minus 8x minus 12y plus 43. C2, x2, y2, half of x coefficient, y coefficient 4 comma 6. Okay, 8 is there and 12. Half of 8 and 12 is 4 and 6, opposite sign. R2, 4 4s are 16, 6 6 are 36. That is 52 minus 43 is root 9. And what about square root of 9 is 3. Next, C1, C2. What about C1, C2? Root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So, given that, given two circles touch each other means we have given condition is x1, C1, C2 is equals to R1 plus R2 or mod R1 minus R2. Distance between the center is R1 plus R2. Okay, so R1 is root k square plus 3, R2 is 3. Root k square plus 3 plus 3. Now, what about C1, C2? Distance between the centers. 4 minus half minus plus k, or we can write k plus 4 whole square and 6 minus 2, 4 square, and 4 square is 16. How much? 4 square is 16. So, C1, C2 is k plus 4 whole square plus 16. See, if you expand both sides and you equate, you will get a quadratic equation in k. From there you will get the values of k, one of the k value from the option. Okay, but it take time. So, in Eamcet, in 3 hours means 180 minutes we have to solve 160 questions. So, we have options, so we can verify the options here. So, what about first option? If you put k equals to 2, so 2 square is 4, 4 plus 3 is root 7, is not a perfect square. So, 50-50 option. So, option 1 and 4 are wrong option. So, our right option is either plus 1 or minus 1. Okay, 50-50. Now, if you put k equals to 1, so 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 square is 25 plus 16 is 41. And here 1 square is 1 plus 4 is root 4 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So, 5 is not equals to root 41. Therefore, plus 1 also is a wrong option. Now, take k equals to minus 1. If you take k equals to minus 1 plus 4 is 3 square. And 3 square is how much? 9 plus 16. And if you take minus k equals to minus 1 whole square is plus 1 plus 4 is root 4, and root 4 is 2, and 2 plus 3 is 5, and root 25 also 5. So, 5 equals to 5. 5 equals to 5, that is C1 C2 equals to R1 plus R2 we are getting when k equals to -1. Therefore -1 is the right option. Okay. Now next question is the equation of a circle concentric with the circle x square plus y square minus 6x plus 12y plus 15 equals to 0 having area that is twice the area of the given circle is. Okay, so total 4 options are there. So we have to find a concentric circle with the given circle. So concentric means having same center and different radius. 2 or more circles are said to be concentric if having same center and different radius. 2 concentric circles are differ by constant. Now you see here all the 4 options having first 4 terms are same as given circle, just constant is changed. So given constant is plus 15, plus 15 also is there, minus 15 also is there, minus 30 minus 30. Okay, so plus 15, this is wrong option given itself. Anyway, we have to find concentric circle. So concentric circle means having same center. So given circle center minus g minus f, half of x coefficient, y coefficient, that is plus 3 comma minus 6. So required concentric circle is same, x minus 3 whole square, y plus 6 whole square. You expand x square plus y square minus 6x plus 12y, 9 plus 36 is 45. But what about r? So to find the value of radius, here given condition is our required circle having area that is the twice the area of the given circle. So first we have to find area of the given circle. So area formula is pi r square. So that's why first find out r. Radius formula is root over g square plus f square minus c. So 3 3s are 9, 6 6 are 36 minus 15. 45 minus 15 is root 30. So area formula is pi r square. Pi times of root square cancel 30, 30 pi. Area of the given circle is 30 pi. Area of the required circle is pi r square. Capital R square is 2 times twice 2 pi r square. So 2 times of 30 pi. So both side pi pi cancel. So our r square is 60. Now in required circle, what about r square is 60? So 60. So if you take 60 inside, 45 minus 60 is 15. Therefore our first option is the right option. First option. What about first option? X square plus y square minus 6x plus 12y minus 15 equals to 0. 2 circles are concentric, means having same center, differ by constant, different radius. Okay. Now next question is, if the number of common tangents to the pair of circles is 4, then least integral value of a is. Here 2 circles are given, and given that number of common tangents is 4. If number of common tangent 4 means we have given condition is C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. What about C1 C2? Distance between the center is greater than R1 plus R2. So first find out R1, C1 C2. So given circle C1 minus g minus f, half of x coefficient, y coefficient with opposite sign, that is 1 comma minus 2, and C2 minus 2 comma 2, R1 g square plus f square minus c 1 square, 2 2s are 4, minus of minus plus root 9 is 3, R2 minus 2 whole square is plus, 2 square is 4, minus constant is a, 8 minus a. And C1 C2 distance between the centers x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square root over x2 means minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 whole square is 9, 2 plus 2 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 root 25, and root 25 is 5. So given condition C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. If 4 common tangent exists means C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. C1 C2 5 greater than R1 3 plus R2, that is 8 minus a. So 5 minus 3 is 2 is greater than root 8 minus a. Squaring on both sides. So 2 to the 4 is greater than root cancel 8 minus a. From this one, if you make a as a subject, a is greater than 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is how much? So a is greater than 4. a is greater than 4. Greater than 4 means 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. But we have to find the least integral value of a. So greater than 4 is 5. Okay. So least value is greater than 4 is 5. So second option is the right option. A equals to 5 is the right option. Okay. Now next question is, if the P is the point of contact of circles and Q is their external center of similitude, then equation of circle with P and Q as extremities of its diameter. So here two circles are given. So point P is the point of contact of the two circles and Q is their external center, means internal center P, external center is Q. So what would formula of internal center? P is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n is point of contact or internal center, and Q is external center, that is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, where r1 ratio r2 is our m is to n, and x1 y1 x2 y2 coordinates of the center. So we have to find equation of a circle PQ as extremities of a diameter. Formula is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equals to 0. So where x1 y1 x2 y2 are coordinates of P and Q. So to find the values of P and Q, first find out C1, C2, R1, R2. So what about C1? Center of the first circle, half of x coefficient y coefficient with opposite sign, that is minus 2 comma minus 2. Radius g square plus f square minus c, 2 2s are 4 plus 2 2s are 4 minus half minus plus 10, so root 18. Second circle, center C2, half of x coefficient y coefficient, 3 comma 3, 3 3s are 9 plus 3 3s are 9 minus 10, so root 8. Root 18, 9 2s are, we can write 3 root 2, root 8, 4 2s are, we can write 2 root 2. Now ratio of R1 R2, that is 3 root 2 ratio, 2 root 2, root 2 root 2 cancel, 3 is to 2. So if you substitute in P and Q, m 3 times of 2 times of divided by 3 plus 2, comma 3 times of plus 2 times of divided by 3 plus 2. So x2 is 3, x1 is minus 2, 3 minus 2. So 3 3s are 9, plus into minus minus, 2 2s are 4, 9 minus 4, 5 by 5 is 1, and here also 1. And here also same. What is the difference between these two? Plus and minus. So if minus is there, means minus into minus plus. 3 3s are 9 plus 4, 13 by 3 minus 2 is 1. So 13 by 1 comma 13 by 1. So Q is 13 comma 13 is our x2 y2. P is 1 comma 1 is x1 y1. Now equation of the circle having PQ as extremities of diameter is x minus x1, x minus x1, x minus 1 into x minus x2, x minus 13 plus y minus y1 1, y minus y2 equals to 0. If you multiply x into x, x square minus 1x minus 13x minus 14x, 1 13s are plus 13. Similarly y into y, y square minus 1y minus 13y minus 14y minus into minus plus 1 13s are 13. So if you write in order, x square plus y square minus 14x minus 14y, and what about 13 plus 13? 26 equals to 0. Is any option is there? Yes. Second option is the right option. Which option? Second one is the right option.